Hello, Daily Math Blast 16, Addition Within 100. There were 57 students on the playground. 26 more students went to the playground. How many students are there now? Write and solve an equation to show this problem. Use a symbol for the unknown number. So my first job is to write an equation that mirrors the story, and I have to use a symbol for the unknown number, which I'm going to use my mystery box. So there were 57 students on the playground. 26 more students went to the playground. So these students also went to the playground. So the mathematical symbol that I would use would be the addition symbol, 26. And I want to know how many students are there now. So that's my mystery box. Now remember, your strategy may be different than mine, and I use kind of a variety of different strategies so you can see all the different ways that you can solve this problem. So today I'm going to use one called compensation. So I'm going to use a tape diagram to model this, and then I'm going to show you how I could use compensation to take this problem, turn it into an easier problem, and then solve that. So first, a tape diagram. So 57 students plus 26 students. So I have a tape. And I know that this tape is 57 students long. And this tape is a little shorter, and it's 26 students long. And I'm looking for what the total would be, so the distance from one end to the other. Well, 57 plus 26, those are not very friendly numbers to work with, so I'm going to take one of these to the next 10. So I'm going to take the 57 to the next 10. Well, I know that if I add 3 more to 57, I get 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 from the 26, and I'm going to bundle that with the 57. So 57 plus 3 is 60. Well, if you notice, I took that 3 from the 26. 26 minus 3 is 23. So now what that tells me is 57 plus 26 is the same or equal to 60 plus 23. So now I can solve this problem, 60 plus 23, and that sum will be the same as the sum of 57 and 26. So 60 is 6 tens, so 6 tens plus 23. Well, I have 2 tens here. 6 tens plus 2 tens is 8 tens, and then 0 ones and 3 ones is 3 ones. So 83 students. So that's how I can use compensation to change 57 plus 26 to 60 plus 23, knowing that the sums are equal, both 83. Count backward by 1, 5, 10, and 100. Skip count backward by 5. So I have 90. So I gotta count backwards 5. So I'm going to take 5 away while I break a 10 apart, because I have no ones. Take 5 of them. I'd have 5 left. I took a 10 from 9, so I have 8 tens, so 85. And now I can just simply take 5 ones, 80. And now I'm doing the same thing I did before. Take a 10, so I have 7 tens. Take 5 ones from that 10 ones, and I have 5 ones. So 90, 85, 80, 75. So notice when I'm skip counting backward by 5, I'm alternating between 0 ones and 5 ones, 0 ones and 5 ones. Skip count backward by 1. So I have 1 1. So I take that 1 away. 830. Now if I think of this as 800s 31s, so this was 31 ones, 800s 31 ones, minus 1 is 831s. Minus 1 is 829 ones. Minus 1 is 828 ones. So that's how I can use unit form to skip backward quickly. Subtract within 1,000. 586 minus 324. Well, I'm going to use the arrow method on this one. So 586, and I need to take away a total of 324. Now remember, you could use a different strategy. Notice it doesn't tell me a certain strategy I have to use, so any strategy is okay. If you choose to use the arrow method, remember your arrows should be arrows that you can quickly and easily do. Your arrows may be different than mine, but we'll get to the same place eventually. So 586. Now, I have to subtract 324. Well, one of the things I notice is I have 500s, and I'm taking away 300. So I'm going to do that first. So minus 300. 500 minus 300 is 200s, and I'm not changing the 10s and 1s, so 86. Well, I need to subtract the 324, so I already did the 300s, so now I'm at 24. Well, it's not very quick to subtract the 24, so I'm just going to take away 20. Well, so I'm just changing the 10s place. Well, I have 8 10s, so I have plenty of 10s. So 8 10s minus 2 10s is what I have to do. So the hundreds, the ones are staying the same. 8 10s minus 2 10s is 6 10s, and then the hundreds stay the same. Now, the only thing left is the 4 1s. Well, I can just quickly take away the 4 1s. So minus 4. So 6 1s minus 4 1s is 2 1s. 6 10s, I didn't change. And 2 hundreds, I didn't change. So 262. Now, 227 minus 144. Now I'm going to use the place value chart here. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Now when I'm subtracting, the first thing I do is build the total, the number I start with. So 227, 7 ones, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 tens, 1, 2, 2 hundreds. Now one of the things I recommend, especially those of you using the place value chart, get in the habit putting them in rows of 5. It makes it quick and easy, right? Now I need to subtract 144. So all I'm going to do now is check my place values. I need to subtract 4 ones. Well, I have enough ones. I also need to subtract or cross off 4 tens. Well, I only have 2 tens. So I'm going to unbundle 100, bring it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I have my 4 ones I can subtract, 4 tens, and I have a 100. So now I'm going to subtract. 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100. And now I just need to count the remaining. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 0 hundreds. So the difference is 83. Stuffed animals owned by students. So we have Henry, Melissa, and Trent. And here on my key, I have this teddy bear, and that equals 1 stuffed animal. So Henry has 1, Melissa has 1, 2, 3, and Trent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, one thing that might help some is I can actually write the numeral here kind of at the end. So Henry has 1, Melissa has 3, 1, 2, 3, and Trent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because every stuffed animal, every teddy bear equals 1 stuffed animal. Now the question is, how many more stuffed animals does Trent have than Melissa? So I'm comparing Melissa and Trent there. Well, I want to know how many more. So I could compare the 2 lines, especially because they're side by side. So I could go, they each have that one. They each have that one. They each have that one. Now notice Trent has 1, 2 more. Now another way I could have done it was, I know Trent has 5 and Melissa has 3. And I know that 5 minus 3 is 2. So how many more? It's 2. So I can compare them when they're side by side very easily, or I can use the numbers. And if it says how many more, then I'm just simply subtracting. Describe the equal shares of a rectangle or circle: half, thirds, fourths, and quarters. Describe the part of the shape that is shaded. Well, the first thing I want to do is count how many equal sections there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sections here. So that tells me, I'll go over here, halves are 2 equal sections, thirds are 3 equal pieces or sections, fourths and quarters, those are 4 equal pieces. So this one is partitioned into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces. So I know I have fourths. I could have also written quarters. Now I want to know how many of them are shaded. 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 4 are shaded. So 3/4 of the rectangle is shaded. This was Daily Math Blast 16. Thank you.